The best investment on earth is earth. The issue of say make a person get house, make a person get land.
Property matter na serious business, so one of the best investments wey person fit get for life.
Yes, na great opportunity today here again. Today will be Tuesday, the 24th day in the month of November 2021. We dey delighted, we dey happy, and we dey thank Baba God. You know what we dey take this program do? Nothing else than to talk about how person self fit own, acquire, and get more knowledge on top property. My name never change, na still Chief Olododo. And the man will be saying sabi onto property well we dey take time to enlighten us. So na no other person but engineer Debo Adejano. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chief.
How you dey, sir?
Very well, and how are you?
I'm fine. You look good.
It's Christmas in the air already.
Yes.
Abi?
This island don't change.
The major street on the island. There's been this news for some time now, so we want to listen to our viewers today. You know, there is this talk about rents should be made to become monthly. You know, rent in Nigeria now largely is collected annually, yearly.
Yes.
But there is this talk that people should be allowed to pay rent monthly. Some people feel that it will be easier on people. Some other people think otherwise. But I know that the Minister of Housing had mentioned that the Senate should pass a law, you know, that will make landlords be collecting monthly rents, you know. And I think Lagos State Governor also hinted that. You know.
See your Mr.
You know. Lagos State also hinted that somewhere, you know, that they should look at monthly rent collection. Yes. But you see, before we start allowing viewers to call in, there are issues with monthly collection. There is we have pros and cons for the two. Now let me start with the advantage of monthly collection. Monthly rent payment. It would appear that it will become easier on people because they will have to be dealing with less per time to pay rent, so it will be monthly. You know, they won't have to be dealing with how to aggregate lump sum of money to pay annually. You know, so it will appear that it will be less on them. Then it will easier for them.
Yes.
That is more or less about the only advantage that I see. But you see, the challenge is that advantage is also going to have a ripple effect. It will mean that people who are renting will pay more in terms of rent.
Who are renting?
Yes, tenants will be paying more because this is it. If somebody used to charge you 900,000 naira per annum for rent, by the time you say this person should be collecting rent monthly,
divided by 12,
you won't divide it by 12. If you divide this by 12, okay, let's use an easier figure. Let's say you pay 1.2 million per month. You know, for rent. If you divide it by 12, you know that's 120 you should be paying.
120,000
per month. You won't say you should be paying 120,000.
Why?
What is now monthly? Wait now. There's time value of money. That's what people don't appreciate. There's time value of money, and that will come into place.
I get that.
So you will start saying you should pay like 130, 140, 150 per month. That's what you'll be paying. So effectively you'll be paying more if you put it together. That's number one. Number two, the other advantage is that you see this yearly payment, rent in Nigeria, the reward on rent for people that are supposedly building houses is not fantastic right now at all. It's not so much encouraging
compared to the raw material we then buy.
No, compared to how much you buy property or how much you build property. Compared to how much you won't collect for rent, it's not really so encouraging. What is still sustaining a lot of people that they are still building properties and all is the fact that capital appreciation, you know, the appreciation that comes on the property is still at least encouraging enough. Okay, and for some of them are also building for some other reasons. Now, when you now take out the yearly rent they think they collect, you know, because they collect this money in advance, even though the return is not so much, they can invest it within the year and still make some small money out of it. When you now say people should now be paying that kind of negligible return monthly, you are discouraging people from looking at producing properties, building properties. So the shortfall we have in housing, you know, we say we don't have enough housing available.
Yes.
We would have more shortfall as we continue. That's what will happen. Yes, fewer people will now be building. Fewer people will be encouraged to build. So we'll have fewer properties coming onto the market.
But my friend,
so there will be more shortages.
My friend, wey dey obodo oyinbo, e dey talk say over there their salary na weekly, their rent na monthly abi weekly sef. I no think say no, yes, they no dey do yearly something there. But
yes, they know they do. They know they do. Then, but if you wan compare, I like as you bring obodo oyinbo.
You come to Oleyin, so you can tell me say Scotland dey.
Wait now. So I wan compare that place with Nigeria. You see, there is more job stability in those places than here.
What do you mean, sir?
People stay more on jobs. Here, somebody will be recruited in an organization. In another 6 months, 1 year, the company sef don fold up. Yes. Or he don lose him job. You understand, whether they don't sack him or something like that.
True that,
you know.
True that.
So there is no stability of jobs are not as stable here as there. Such that if I rent a house, I may be able to pay January, February, March, but I may start having problem from April.
Then
in no time I will be kicked out, because don't forget, once I start paying monthly rent, my notice that I require also for eviction is 7 days.
If it's monthly rent,
yes, now 7 days. So people will easily be evicted from properties once they start having problem.
That's another disadvantage.
No, they will say yes, that's it. So they will easily be evicted from their properties once they cannot pay. And guess what? If I'm dealing with paying a rent once a year, I'm dealing with a problem once a year.
Then,
but if it is monthly, every month my BP is up because I want to pay rent every end of month.
And engineer Debo, the money is small, but at times some money dey senior person sometimes.
And what are you saying?
Some money dey.
The money wey senior you for 1 year.
They broke 1,000.
The money wey senior person for 1 year. Guess what? If they divide them into months, it go still senior a lot of people.
Ben.
So it's not about the monthly or yearly.
Because you broke 1,000 senior maybe. But maybe for people like you. No say you be odogu. You know what people dey call odogu. I go odogu.
The 1,000 wey you say senior you, no be say you don't get assets wey watch that.
Go pass that one there.
But that cash you no get.
Now, before even dey my car full tank, I come dey think daddy.
So when I make you find out
I think you saw kibi 10 litre jáde nbe kinti ebi. Mo dey ere ko nígbà COVID-19 full tank dey my car. But I no get 1,000 for us. I call this. I became soak there. I can't think the way mechanic they do. Think that your body is 5 litre. Truly, so do. But it never happened to you because
it reminds me of stories that people tell, that people sell recharge card, recharge credit. If they have credit on their phone, they can send the credit.
Yes,
to raise money.
To raise money, really now. I mean, what's the essence story? So what I'm trying to say in essence is, if person look at where. Once a year, think about this, if person don't pay once a year, because it's advantageous to us. We know just know. Many people might, okay, let us open the phone line so that we can hear from our
let's
people.
Hear from people. Do you prefer to pay monthly or yearly? And why? Give us your reason.
Most people go on.
Maybe we even take the votes, make it count the votes.
Count.
You know, maybe no.
Because for me,
maybe we start from the studio.
I prefer yearly, sir. Yes.
I haven't listened to the argument.
If he huge, pay am, but once I pay it once,
you know that now 12 months you go get peace of mind at least. Me too, I prefer yearly. So meaning that in the studio two already
because if we look at well what is the essence of the landlord coming every month things wey no suppose happen sef go dey happen.
If you get small challenge for that 1 year like that,
you don hang be that.
Meanwhile, if you dey pay yearly, even if you get small challenge for inside 1 year, you fit don recover before.
In fact, I no go lie for you, sir, at times I dey pity most landlord.
Shey?
Because how many landlord go collect maybe 300,000 rent now? Once you collect am, ta ló lè kó if you hold 300,000 for 1 year? 4 months. 4 months pé ní Nigeria yìí. Yes, 1 year is too much. If you hold 300,000 for 4 months, wey expenses no go climb am. So but you wey don pay am, your own mind don
come out. You know.
So that's why I think I prefer, though e no easy to aggregate. You know, láti gbàjọ na the disadvantage.
You know the challenge with that is that we lack the discipline of savings a lot of times, and maybe the very first one is a challenge, but we lack, even when people have paid their first year, we lack the discipline of savings. There are people who the way they pay their rent is by happenstance. They don't plan it.
Happenstance.
So what they say is that they know they pay yearly rent. They are expecting that one business will come out. Instead of them, as they make money every month or as they collect salary every month, maybe they don't know how much they put aside. When you say rent due like this, they just carry and give. No, na lie. They expect one benu for future, for front.
Wey no sure.
Wey fit no come sometimes. They go expect make the landlord understand. They will come, they go to landlord, baba landlord, abeg. Okay. We have Tosin here from Oyo. Tosin from Oyo.
How you dey?
Good morning, people.
Good morning, Tosin.
Good morning, Tosin.
Yeah, good morning, engineer.
Morning, how are you?
Let's quickly take your vote. Monthly or yearly rent, which do you prefer?
I used to prefer monthly, but with the way Engineer Debo explained now, I'm running away from the monthly thing.
So your vote is for yearly.
Those conditions are not easy to meet, though.
I tell you.
Do you pay house rent in Oyo?
Yes.
What kind of apartment do you stay?
I stay in a flat.
A flat. 2 bedroom, abi?
3.
Like how much?
Our money is cheap here.
How much?
My own is less than 100.
Me 3 bedroom flat. Oh. You enjoy. 3 bedroom flat, 100,000. I said somebody in the studio put in your hand and be like this. You know how much they pay.
But you know that's the joy of living in those areas. That's the joy of living in those areas. You can now imagine if Tosin works in one of these established organizations that have that branch in that place, he will be king now. Because he made for Lagos, they use like half of their salary or more to pay rent. He no go even reach like what third of his salary.
I say most times if I go Ibadan, when we go work for Pepsi, I see some of these young guys that are working in the bank. Want to be. Because they are not running for 5 because you can come for Ibadan. When you do like this, not go stand
my even reverse come meet you for inside compound.
And they will go shop by one when they get bread, they come out for by one lo jamala.
Yes, amala is confirmed. Akiyele, how you dey?
I dey fine.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Let's take your vote. Monthly or yearly?
Yearly. My brother. Let me tell you. You say how many people will not even build anything in Lagos again.
I'm telling you.
You know some of these people. Some of these people. You know they use this. They used to. Some of these people that are building, they don't use it to tie something down.
Yeah.
Some people are not in Nigeria here. They came to build and put it in a rent. But when they come to a monthly rent and there's no job, you don't have your job is not secured in Nigeria.
Not stable. Not so secure.
You yourself, you know that you may have a job today. Tomorrow they ask you to go. And then business, in terms of business, like me now, I have 2 shops. I'm a businessman.
Okay.
I have 2 shops. So what I did is that some of the time I go to finance house to pay my rent, pay my yearly rent, and then I will I have the money, I will be returning the money. What I just mean that the best thing is yearly payment.
I tell you.
That can sustain Nigeria now because we don't have good government.
I tell you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
I tell you. Thank you, Akiyele. Thank you. We expect more viewers to call in, please, and let us know what you think. Yes,
let's know what you think. Monthly or yearly, which do you prefer? I dey talk about say less than 100,000 for 3 bedroom flats. The whole building.
So you see why people hardly build in those places. For rent, what do you want to build for?
That's true.
When the rent, so that's what I mean by rent return in Nigeria already is low.
Ojo, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good morning.
Okay, monthly or annual rent, which one do you prefer?
Morning. I prefer yearly rent.
Yearly rent, wow. Why?
Yes. Because I prefer yearly rent.
Why? What's the reason?
Because I've once paid for monthly rent before. That was
Okay.
when I was in Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
And I remember that there was a time I fell sick that I came to Nigeria for like few months, like almost let's say 5 to 6 months. Then before I returned back to Cote d'Ivoire, my money was already exhausted. But because over there we used to pay caution fee, that caution fee they used to return it back to us if you are going, no matter how. So it was from the caution fee that deduction till I came back to that Cote d'Ivoire. I didn't in Nigeria here. The caution fee that you paid, even some landlords will tell you that as you are paying your caution fee, which is damages fee, if you are going, they will return it back to you. It's a lie. They will look for one fault.
He said they will look for
Even
one
if
fault.
you do not even default from the house, they will look for something that money will not be returned back to you. And imagine somebody who sick for some months, and at the end of the day, you will not be able to pay the rent. You'll be evicted from the house. But
Yes,
if it is yearly rent, you'll be able to gather yourself. Even if you sick for 5 months, after the sickness, you can be able to do one or two things and make sure that you meet up with the target
With
for
your
that
payment.
for that year.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you very
Ojo.
much.
Thank you so much. That's someone that has experienced monthly rent.
And yearly now.
He says, look, I prefer this yearly, especially in our own environment.
Shey you be estate agent, surveyor, town planner, or you dey into furniture and you go like make the world sabi your level? Come advertise with us on top property matter wey dey shele for WAP TV for every Tuesday 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. and on Saturdays 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m.